my name is Nicole Marie. I am a transformation catalyst and coach, and am bringing to you a very special Know Your Archetype series. Now, before we dive into the 12 archetypes that you will learn in this series, I wanted to dive into what is an archetype. It was brought to us by the famous Carl Jung, who is known as a scientist and a mystic, who discovered that there was a collective theme in the unconscious collective mind. So by self-analysis and his own journey through his dark night of the soul, and through his many years of psychotherapy with his patients, he discovered a theme of characters or personalities in which everyone has within their unconscious mind. So what this means is that there are these different personalities that have an influence over how we perceive our own life. So I love to apply this to my own astrological knowledge, which I have to say, Carl Jung was a huge fan and practitioner of astrology. Not a lot of people know that he based a lot of his archetypes from his understanding of the cosmos and the 12 zodiac signs that we have known since the beginning of time. Well, since our ancient ancestors started studying the stars. So before we dive in, I just want to say that there's the 12 archetypes that we're going to go over. And why is it important to know your archetypes? Why even bother? Well, for one, they are a powerful influence over our life. And, a lot of people say or don't want to dive into astrology because they're like, oh, well, people just use Mercury retrograde and their astrology as like to play a victim to their circumstance. Sure, we can play a victim to anything in our life if we want to. But what archetypes show us and what Mercury retrograde is actually representing is a time to review and to take that, what we call the god of Hermes, to expand, to go back and to understand on a deeper level. So yeah, just because, we might have to plan ahead on traveling or to make sure that we leave early for work just in case of traffic, doesn't mean it's bad. It means that we get to take that power with that wisdom of that current transit and that archetype that is influencing our life at this time. So why we look at archetypes is to empower ourselves, to understand who is influencing at what time and what gods and goddesses, if you will, what personalities are influencing me. What relationship can I develop? So another aspect that he talked about is when we have a better relationship and understanding of these archetypes, that we have a better relationship with ourself. And his whole program was about self-development, self-realization. And because right now we're in a very strong transit of the world is changing, there is a lot of archetypal influences happening, and everyone's kind of reawakening to their own hero's journey. And what that means is that it's in a really important process to have your own relationship with yourself. Because if you don't know who you are, and you don't know the gifts that you want to give to the world, or you're trying to live someone else's lives, or you're trying to serve people that really don't want your gifts. So it's really important to know who you are. Who are you serving in the world? And what is it that you need for your daily life? How do you need to be loved? Because this is the key to the kingdom, my friends, that when you hold that key to open the doorway to the new world that you want to live in, this is when real magic happens. So, this whole understanding of learning your archetypes is really learning about who you are and what archetypal influences that you can call in to empower you. When you are feeling like a victim, who do you call? Perhaps you do have a Batman inside of you or a superhero that can come and create a solution or will give you that extra strength to go out and do your task. They're here to help you, and all we need to do is build a better relationship to them. So I'm looking forward to diving deeper into your own archetypes. So how this will work is I will have a video for every archetype. As I discussed before, there's 12 zodiac archetypes, and I'm going to describe their light aspect and their shadow aspect. So when I was speaking about when we feel like a victim, who are we going to call? Our hero, or the one that knows how to nurture us. And they all have names, and we can all call them by their name. And by knowing this, then this helps you understand why you do your own astrological chart. By knowing your natal chart, this is the most powerful influence you can have over yourself. Knowing where the transits are that are impacting your chart, you will know how to work with the archetypes instead of feeling like a victim to them. This is you taking a path for your own self-empowerment. So I'm so happy you're here and you're going on this soul journey with me. So look forward to speaking with you soon.